Team Philippines has made waves internationally, and on this episode we're going to look at how Team Philippines got placed all around the world in different pageants. Now, in this episode we're going to consider 6 big pageant competitions, which are Miss World, Miss Grand, Miss Universe, Miss International, Miss Supranational, and Miss Earth. Now, without further ado, sit back, lay down, get relaxed, and let's get into this episode. So first is Miss World. As we all know, Miss World took place on the 9th of March 2024, and representing the Philippines was the beautiful Gwendolyne. Her last name is a little bit hard for me to pronounce, but Gwendolyne is a mixed race beauty queen. Her father is French and her mother is Filipino, and she's also multi-language. Like, she can speak more than one language. She can speak French, she can speak English, and she can also speak Filipino. Now, she also studied at the University of London, where she majored in economics, and her advocacy is for education for underprivileged children. This is very close to her because she believes children are the future, which is obviously very true. And her advocacy is strong. And as we all know, Miss World is very, very strong when it comes to advocacy. Going into the competition, Gwendolyne was ready to win. People really expected her to shine. People expected her to give us everything Miss World coded. Sadly enough, it was a letdown. She did not place. Miss World 2024 had a top 40 placement, and we all expected, we wanted Miss World Philippines to get a placement, but she did not get a placement. But nevertheless, it is not something that you give up when you don't get placed, because there's obvious another year you can go ahead and compete and even get better. Because as we all know, there are very many queens who went into other competitions, competed, did not get placed, went to another and won the whole competition. So I think Gwendolyne took the loss with grace, went back home to the Philippines, and I'm obviously thinking right now she's preparing herself for better things ahead for her future. Next is Miss International, which took place on November 12th, 2024 in Japan, where it usually or most of the times takes place yearly or annually. Now, representing the Philippines was the beautiful Angelica Lopez. Now, Angelica Lopez, sadly enough, it was also another letdown. She did not place. This was also a big letdown because, as we know, Miss International is one of the major competitions in the pageantry world. So we were looking up to Angelica Lopez to go and really give the Philippines a crown from that competition. She went ahead, went to Japan, but sadly enough did not place, because you remember Angelica was crowned Binibini Filipinas International in 2023, and she was eventually picked to go and compete in Miss International. So coming from Binibini Filipinas now, Binibini Filipinas, as we all know, it has that legendary history of producing women who go ahead and win international competitions, just like Pia Wurzburg and many other beautiful women. So we expected a lot from Angelica, and it was a letdown, sadly enough. Now, she also competed in Miss Universe Philippines previously, and she ended up placing in the top 16. Now, Miss Universe Philippines is also another competition of its own. So that this shows you that Angelica Lopez is a girl who has the drive, who wants the job, and eventually, hopefully in the future, she will get what she deserves and eventually win an international crown. Now, next is Miss Earth 2024. Representing Miss Earth 2024 is Irha Mel Alfeche. Beautiful woman, very beautiful and very strong, and had the drive to win the crown. Now, as you all know, this woman, people really doubted her from the beginning. People expected her not to place at all. But you have to remember, she competed on Miss Earth Philippines in 2020 virtually, and this woman did not place. But coming again in 2024, she came in Miss Earth 2024 Philippines, and she won the whole crown. Now, the fans were really not seeing her as a potential winner, not even seeing her a potential placement, but she really took everyone by surprise. She eventually went ahead and got placed in the top 20, and eventually went ahead and got placed in the top 12. So she really showed the haters that it doesn't matter what you think about me, I believe in myself and I can do this. Now, apart from that, she is a teacher and a military reservist. I don't know what that means, but she is a teacher and a military reservist. And she's also a second delegate from her island to represent the Philippines on Miss Earth. And that island is called Mindanao Island. Probably it must be a very beautiful island that is that side of the Philippines. Regardless of that, I think she did an amazing job. Now let's talk about her performance. Now her performance, the swim performance was okay. It brought what it was supposed to bring, but it wasn't 100%. Regardless, I think she looked amazing. Now on the gown category, I think she did an amazing job. Although the lighting and the production of Miss Earth 2024 was poor, she looked beautiful under those lights. I loved the reveal that she did, and many people are going to remember her for a very long time for the reveal that she did of the gown. Literally, the first one was looking amazing, and even revealing the one that was inside, it also looked beautiful. She did not go ahead to make it to the top 5 or winning any other thing, but I think she did an amazing job, and she did the best she could, even lacking support from most of the Filipino pageantry fans. She did an amazing and proved most of the haters wrong, and I hope she doesn't stop dreaming, goes ahead and competes in other major competitions, and she might surprise people and win an international crown for the Philippines. Next is Miss Supranational 2024, which took place on July 6th in Poland. As we all know, this competition always takes place in Poland, where it originated from. And representing the Philippines is Alethea Ambrosio. I hope that is the right name. And she is just 22 years old, and she was crowned the Miss Philippines in 2023, and she was eventually appointed to become Miss Supranational Philippines. Now, going ahead and representing Miss Supranational, it was a proud moment for her, because if you remember, she won the Miss Philippines as the first contestant to speak in Filipino, because most of the Filipino queens usually speak English when it comes to the Q&A, but she took a chance and spoke in Filipino, actually surprising the audience and, getting into the judges' good side, because she eventually won the competition. Now, she finished in the top 12 in Miss Supranational and also crowned the Miss Asia and Oceania. She was crowned Miss Supranational Asia and Oceania. Great accomplishment. Now, if we talk about her performance, her swim was also amazing. She doesn't have the best walk. Her walk is not my favorite type of walk, but even her nightgown was beautiful, but it wasn't a design that is out of the world, or it's just a design which is out of this planet. She looked beautiful. Don't think that I hated the dress or I hated the swim. I just think when you come from the Philippines, we look at you and we place you on a high pedestal where you have to give us Pia Wurtzbach or Catriona Gray, kind of performance. You have to give us a very strong performance, because that's what you're usually typically used to from the ladies in Philippines. So I think for her, if we were ranking the girls in Miss Supranational on 200, I think she gave 150. That is also very, very big. And you can tell she still had a great impact and a great force, even being crowned Miss Supranational Asia and Oceania. Very beautiful woman. I think she did an amazing job. Now, Miss Universe 2024. As we all know, Miss Universe 2024 took place in Mexico on the 16th of November. Now, representing the Philippines is the beautiful Chelsea Manalo. As we all know, Chelsea Manalo is that beauty queen who came and surprised and shook the world when she won Miss Universe Philippines, whereby nobody expected Chelsea to win that crown. Now, after her snatching the crown and, walking circles around the veterans, around the fan favorites, she went ahead and competed in Miss Universe International, like the whole competition where you meet all the countries. Chelsea Manalo went ahead in Mexico. We were hyped, we were rooting, and we were ready for Chelsea to take that crown. Surprise, surprise, Chelsea obviously got a placement. She placed in the top 30. Now, getting into the top 30, she did the swimsuit, which was okay, but it was Miss Universe Philippines 2.0. She did not bring anything new. We wanted to see something new from Chelsea, wanted to see something fierce, wanted to see something different. And remember, she had just given us 9 out of 10, basically 8 out of 10 performance in the preliminaries. So going into the national night, the final night in Miss Universe in Mexico, people were already skeptical if she was going to get the top 12 placement. Like if you look at the previous night where she performed in the prelims. So coming to the previous night, Chelsea Manalo gets placed in the top 30. We were excited and ready to see how Chelsea is going to slay the runway. Get into the swimsuit. I think it was an amazing job, but if the judges had watched Miss Universe Philippines like me, you could really tell she basically gave the same type of performance. And sadly enough, Chelsea did not advance to the top 12, where fans were just disappointed. Actually, some of them expected it. Now, it did not end that bad for Chelsea Manalo, because at the end of the day, she was crowned the first ever Miss Universe Asia. Now remember, Miss Universe Thailand had gotten into that top 5 and Chelsea Manalo had ended up in that top 30. But she even snatched the crown away from Miss Thailand, who, if you look at the usual pageant replacement, when someone gets into the top 5, she eventually had better points than someone who ended up in the top 30. So how did Chelsea get that placement? That means something must have happened along the way that really denied her getting into the placement that she deserved in that top 12 and eventually top 5. So all the Continental Queens to me in Miss Universe 2024, it's an official top 5, and we have the other official top 5 that was announced on stage. Chelsea Manalo did an amazing job, and I respect and love her, and I wish her all the best in everything that she's going to do after all this buzz and glory of the Miss Universe Philippines and Miss Universe 2024. Last but not least is Miss Grand International 2024. Now, before we get into who was representing Miss Grand International 2024, as you all know, Miss Grand 2024 was just the best pageant competition of this year. If they were literally giving awards out for who was the best in this year, Miss Grand has to get that award. From the production to the lighting, to the quality of the ladies competing, to every little detail, cameras, camera angle, the HD, giving 4K, slow motion cameras. Miss Grand International this year is basically the best pageant of the year. Now, representing the Philippines this year in Miss Grand International was Christine Juliane Opiaza. Opiaza, yes, beautiful. And as you know, this lady, she is a coach. She coaches different women in the Philippines, so she is very experienced, literally a veteran who has experience and who has been doing this for some time, even going ahead and coaching other women. By the time someone becomes a coach, that means she knows what she is doing. She knows if she tells you go left, she knows why you should go left, go right. She knows why you should go right. And that is Juliane Opiaza. Juliane Opiaza's role. Now, going into Miss Grand International, she has raised the caliber, she has raised the bar for every contestant who is going to be sent from Philippines going ahead into Miss Grand International. Now, did she place well? No, she placed amazingly, ending up as the first runner-up this year. Basically took everybody by storm. She was literally one of the best performers of the year. If it wasn't the presence of Rachel Gupta from India, trust me, you, believe me, you, Papa Noah would have crowned this woman as the winner. She literally has the aura of a Miss Grand International winner. She has the essence, and she has the drive, and she has the force becoming a winner in that competition. Now, if we talk about her performance, if you look at how swim from the preliminaries to the final night, it was just 100%. From the way she was playing with the hair, very playful, very Miss Grand International. She looks like she was having fun. She looks like she knows what she is doing. You could really tell she is prepared. She is fierce, beautiful, and ready to do the work. Swimsuit from prelims to final night, 100%. Now, the nightgown part, I think her final nightgown was basic. It wasn't as fabulous as it was supposed to be. Coming from the Philippines with all the designers that are present in the Philippines or even outside the Philippines, especially in Asia, those people know how to give you production value. Now, I think Opiaza's gown was very basic and very simple for my taste, although I think she carried it so well, giving us one of the best runways during the nightgown category in Miss Grand history. She did an amazing job, and she represented the Philippines as the best way as she could, and surprise, she won, being the first runner-up. You could even see tears coming from her eyes literally when they were about to announce the winner of Miss Grand International 2024, but the crowd knew it. We all knew it that Rachel Gupta, very magnetic, very Miss Grand International 2024, had to take the crown. But I think Juliane did an amazing job. She did an amazing job, and she has literally made it very hard for all the ladies who are going to come after her in Miss Grand Philippines, because now they have to either be on her level or even be better. So there you have it, guys. Those are the women who represent the Philippines in these 6 big major competitions all around the world. Now, that does not mean these are the only women who went ahead and represented this diverse, beautiful country of many, many islands. There are other women who probably did an amazing job and haven't mentioned in this video, and kudos to them. Now, I want you to go ahead on the comment section below and tell me about those different women, and tell me from these 6 women that we just touched on this video, who do you think did the best? Who do you think did an amazing job? And who slayed the most? Thank you for your time, and thank you for watching this video to the end. If you are new here, please subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, I really do appreciate your time. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you all back in the next one. Bye.